Hey, can you hear me?
Hi, Malaysia. Can you see the screen?
Oh, I can. Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
I'm in my
Okay,
car. It's clean. Yes, it's very clean.
Perfect. I just want to get set up.
Excellent.
I'm your name.
It's good.
They'll be calling me Kamlesh. So I can one now because they don't know it's me.
I think you could change. Can you rename? You can rename while you're live, I believe, right?
I think I can. Let me see here.
Yeah, you should rename on.
All right. You sure you don't want to be responsible for anything that I do in the next hour?
No, it's fine.
Wait, let me make sure I know how to add people now. Let's see. Show small video, hide thumbnail video.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. So people are asking to come in. Should I let them in?
Are you ready? Then just admit them. Yeah, if you're ready, let them in. It's
5:50.
It's up to you. Yeah, I mean, if you want to let the presenters, are they there yet? Presenters?
Okay, Molly's here, and then there's people already coming in.
Yeah, so let the presenters in first.
Okay.
And then I think, 6 o'clock on the dot, it's fine for you to start, let everyone in, because that's the time.
Okay, no problem.
Presenters, Karthik, whoever's there, whoever's online right now. It's good to let them in the house, as they say.
Let them already started.
Yeah.
This is taking a while. It says joining, but there we go.
Yeah, it will. It takes a few seconds.
Okay.
And it's not just your Wi-Fi. It's just general in there.
Okay.
It takes.
And then how many people do we have approximately? I know we had 20 as of Monday.
Oh no, it's gone to about 35, 36 if I remember correctly.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So there might be, as I said, there's last minute stragglers as well because I continuously post. So
yeah, thank you.
And send out little nudges to everyone.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hello, can you see me?
Hi, Mal. I can. Your video's not on, love. Just your mic is.
Okay, here I am.
Here you are. Hello.
Hi. Hold on.
Hey.
Hi. Hold on. Let me fix some stuff.
You're good.
I had to like move my Peloton. So, how is everyone?
We're good. We're just wait. I'm not letting anyone in yet. There's a couple people waiting in the waiting room. I'm gonna wait till you, Rick, and Karthik join first.
Hey, Molly, it's nice to meet you. This is Kamlesh.
You as well. Are you?
I'm sorry. I'm driving, so I'm sort of handing over the steering wheel, so to speak, to Simi.
Oh, good. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Where are you located?
Oh, sorry, I missed that. What did you say?
Are you in Florida?
Oh yeah, I'm in Tampa.
Okay.
I'm in Tampa.
Good. Someday we'll all have to get together for dinner or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're in Florida now, right?
I am. I'm in Florida, and
Nice.
I go like 3 weeks now. I go 3 weeks Florida, a week Michigan.
Okay.
Yep. And then my Florida office is opening October 6th. It's very exciting.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I must confess, I heard rumblings. You were opening office here a couple of days ago because somebody was Sarah.
Yep.
Yes.
So Sarah has emailed me and I just asked her how you're doing, and she just told me what's going on. Literally, I mean, everything that's going on. And one of the things she mentioned was you were opening an office here, and I said,
Yes. Yeah.
very nice. Yeah. Well, it's the right time to be here, in my opinion.
Well, it is. I already have like 3 contracts I just got in today from property management.
That's
Wow.
huge.
Yeah.
Marvelous.
So which, because we're growing the office organically. My last 2 offices were by acquisition. Like I bought a company in Charlotte, North Carolina, and then I bought Indianapolis. And so Florida is organic. So we projected losses for about 8 months. And we are going to be 1 month. And then, yeah, the office should be covering itself. So that's a blessing.
That's great news to hear. Definitely in these times, that there are things going on. There are things going on, and we only see one side of the picture sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Just taking the long 45-minute journey home.
Oh. Hey, Rick, you're on, but your voice and your video's not on yet.
Oh, he's on mute.
Yeah, he's on mute and he's camera's not on yet.
Yeah.
There we go.
It should take a few seconds, even when he's connecting. It generally takes a few seconds. Should be good.
Karthik just said, "Can you send the Zoom link?" He can't find it. Oh, poop.
I know that's going to be. You're going to have to go into the email and do that.
Where do I go to find it?
Go to the email blast that went out. There's a bit.ly link on that.
Okay, let me do that.
I'll do that if I can stop at a traffic light, but I'm moving traffic right now.
No.
Otherwise, I'll take care of
Let me see
it.
if I can find it. Detect event. I got the Zoom instructions. Oh no, that was your Zoom instructions.
Yeah.
It's always something.
Let me check if I can do that without looking out here.
Here we go. I think I have it. I have it.
You found?
Well,
Oh,
I have to register. Is that okay?
Yeah, he's already registered. So you're just gonna send in the link. You're gonna have to send in the Zoom link itself. Let me see if I can do that. I have stopped. Let me send it to you. I think it should be one touch.
Oh,
Okay, I think
he has it now? Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Hello.
that should work.
Okay. We've got about 3 minutes so he can.
We see Rick now.
Hey,
Yeah, hey, Rick.
hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Hey, good. Hey, Molly, how are you?
Nice to meet you over Zoom.
Yes, likewise.
Rick, it's nice to meet you. It's Kamlesh.
Hey, Kamlesh, how are you?
Not too bad. Negotiating with the traffic. That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
But-
Oh, wow. Okay. So you know what? I didn't realize I have to scroll down for people who are waiting. So let me do this.
Oh yeah, you can let them in now. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Just let them
Okay.
in.
I'll admit all. Are we all in?
Yeah, that's the easiest way.
Well, yeah, we have a number of people. We have 8 people waiting.
Hi, Simi.
Hey, Karthik. How are you?
Good. Hi, Rick.
Happy Thursday evening.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
I just said happy Thursday. Happy Thursday
Yes.
evening.
Yes.
So I'm going to mute everyone but the speakers.
Yeah, it's fine.
I see Ed's on and John's on. Hi, John.
Hi. How you doing? Long time no see.
I know. Hi, Ed.
Hello.
Let's see. Who else is coming in? Okay, we'll just give it a couple more minutes and then we can start. We've got a couple people in the waiting room that are just.
This is a good way to spend a Thursday evening.
Yeah. And everyone can see my screen okay, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So Kamlesh, it's only showing me who's participating, not who's in the waiting room right now. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I know there'll be people coming in and dropping off. And I know it's being recorded, so we can start whenever everyone's ready as well.
Mhm.
A few more minutes.
Kamlesh is zooming while you're driving.
Yeah.
अब आजकल कुछ नहीं दिख
We need some waiting music.
Yeah, that would have been.
Do you sing, Rick? Do you sing, Rick?
Yeah, no, I was saying, yeah. I mean, oh, you have some waiting music playing?
No, I was wondering if you sang, if you could sing for us.
I should probably bring the guitar out, maybe.
That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I mean that's one of the positives of this COVID has been to a lot more time, right?
A lot more
So,
time.
we stay home more, and or stay in the car,
Yeah.
like Kamlesh. And but you get more time, right? So I picked up started getting into more just guitar, and it's been one of my long time, I guess, personal ambitions to just get a little better at playing guitar, acoustic guitar, so it's non-electric, so it's kind of less noisy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, acoustic guitars have this kind of the thing that if I don't play perfectly, then it doesn't sound right. So for those who play guitar, or those who know about, like, it's like the grand piano. If you're playing on a grand piano, the keyboards the fingers have to be perfect, pitch perfect. If you're playing on a keyboard, you probably can get away with it. Similarly, I guess if I'm doing it on a electric guitar, then the electrification, so to say, you know hides a lot of the mistakes
Yeah.
that I may make. So
So what kind of
yeah,
music do you like to play?
just more, like classic rock tunes,
Mm-hmm.
bits and pieces. You know, so obviously I started with just strumming and sort of just getting a hang of some of the tunes, and but there's like this amazing music, amazing tunes have been created. You look at Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen, so that tune I can do, like, some of those ones. Some of the Led Zeppelin ones I can do, so very few other ones. But maybe not fully, but a little bit. It's just fun, like just getting away from everything else, and just kind of doing that.
It's an
And
escape, right?
I mean, if there was more time, and if there was more time in a day, in a week, I think that's one thing that I would spend more time on.
Nice. Okay, well, I think we've got about 50% of the participants in already.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we start, and hopefully those who've missed the beginning, because I know we only have 45 minutes for presentation and then 15 minutes for discussion. So when this is over, we can send everyone the recording as well. So I wanted to welcome everybody first and say that on behalf of myself, Simi Ranaji, TIE Tampa, Alexis Networks, and Alliance Payment Solutions, we are happy that you've joined us. I feel privileged to have 3 accomplished leaders that I know, I'm honored to know professionally and personally. and so many things that they've done to not only make their work worlds better, but their community better. So with that, we'll talk a little bit about, we'll go through the presentation. We will have question and answer at the end. But if there's something that is crucial and you really want to ask it at a certain time, please, I think it's okay. This is more of a conversation and an education. Rick, Molly, and Karthik, are you okay with that? If somebody raises their hand during your presentation, if it's pertinent and we want to be able to address it then?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
So with that, we'll start. I'm driving, so feel free to let me know if I'm going too fast or too slow. I'm kind of an East Coast driver, so. And I'd like to begin by introducing Mr. Karthik Viswanath. Karthik is not only the CEO of Convene Tech, but also the president of TIE Tampa. And I've had the honor of knowing him now and as a charter member and what great things that TIE Tampa has been doing. And thank you for helping both yourself and Kamlesh, who's the president, the executive director, facilitate this with us. And so I'll start with the first slide.
All right, thank you, Simi. Is it my turn to go?
Yes, please do.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. Made my Thursday afternoon. So a little bit about myself first. Just as Simi said, my day job is I run a software company called Convene. I'm also the president of the Tampa chapter of TIE. There are some of you on the call who are part of TIE, but for those of you who don't know, TIE is the world's largest network of entrepreneurs. If you can go to the next slide.
Absolutely.
All right. So TIE was established about more than 25 years ago in Silicon Valley by some of the pioneers of the tech industry that originally immigrated from Asia. The goal was to create a nonprofit that is dedicated to assisting entrepreneurs. These are seasoned entrepreneurs that have built successful companies, the likes of Sun Microsystems and such, that wanted to give back and provide their thought leadership and assistance to budding entrepreneurs. So it was started in about 1992 in Silicon Valley. Today, TIE has over 60 chapters, more than 15,000 members, and I think it's close to 18 countries now. This is a little bit of an older slide. There are more than 2,500 charter members. Charter members form the core of every chapter. They are the ones who foster, mentor, and make the chapter hum. So these are business leaders, entrepreneurs, and others who have a desire to give back and serve as mentors to entrepreneurs. These are also folks who are angel investors. So TIE, but the TIE ecosystem itself, by its very nature, given that it is global, directly and indirectly has built thousands of companies, funded hundreds of companies. So a lot of them have gone on to billion-dollar exits. And so it's a very successful and a broad ecosystem.
Did I read somewhere with $70 billion worth of funding?
Yes, I mean there are. We'll talk about some of the angel funding network in one of the following slides, but it's a vibrant ecosystem. Several chapters each have their own funding networks, but TIE Global has its own funding opportunity as well. So it's a very rich, broad, and deep network. So what's our mission? Our mission is basically centered on four core principles. We want to foster entrepreneurship through, investing, obviously, educating our entrepreneurs, networking events where they get to meet other entrepreneurs and leaders, and of course, mentoring them. it's more than just investing. It is actually taking entrepreneurs under their wings, showing them the ropes, helping them hopefully avoid some of the mistakes that some of us have made in our journey. Um, so, like I said before, it is the purpose is to nurture the next generation of entrepreneurs. We want to give them a platform to raise funds, showcase their products, connect them to a broad ecosystem. So some of the TIE Tampa programs. So a little bit about the Tampa chapter itself, right? Tampa chapter is about, I want to say, about close to 8 years old now. And it was started by Dr. Kiran Patel, and he's the founding chairman emeritus now. He's been instrumental in bringing this chapter to Tampa and its continued success. He gives us time and money um, uh, very generously. So some of the things that TIE Tampa itself does, we run that is of interest, right? So we run a TIE Tampa Angel Network, which is, I think we call it now the TIE Florida Angel Network. It's a group of charter members that come together and invest in startups that meet certain criteria and are appealing to us. We also have the ability to team up with other chapters, across the country. We've teamed up with TIE Atlanta to invest in certain startups. So it's a good way for startups to raise money, get mentorship and education. The TIE Young Entrepreneurs is a wonderful program aimed at high school and middle school students. The the idea is to introduce entrepreneurship to high school students, help them help them formulate their ideas, help them um, you know come up with a business plan, and so on and so forth. And I think we've run. We finished a a TIE program that was focused on the high school students. That was last year, which is very successful. Um, the top three finishers went on to compete at a national level with at TIE Global, and then the winners at TIE Global, actually, from what I heard, there were 2 or 3 ideas that are actually very fundable. So these are high school students that have created business plans that are going to get funded. So that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
We just finished a TYE program aimed at middle school, and we're getting ready to do another one that is aimed at the high school students. So it's a wonderful program. Accomplished business leaders in our community teaching students about entrepreneurship, business, and everything that goes with it. So if you have any questions regarding this, please let us know. We're very passionate about this program.
And if I may interject, this presentation will be available after, as well as everyone's contact information. So,
Awesome. Finally, a little bit about what charter members, right? So, what are the benefits of being a charter member? Like I said before, the charter members are the core of each chapter. Some of the benefits are, you get to network across all chapters. So you have access to charter members across the globe. Charter members are very accomplished folks. So you have the ability to reach out to specific charter member if you need some help, or if you need to pick their brain. You have several special interest groups that you can participate in, that you can get help from. Events, there are numerous events that happen across chapters. TICON, which is the annual conference for each of the chapters, is available to our charter members mostly free of cost. or at a very reduced rate for TiECon Silicon Valley, which is the flagship event. Charter members also get to go to our annual charter member retreat, where you get to actually meet and mingle with other charter members and presidents of other chapters in a more relaxed setting. So it's a wonderful way for you to expand your network, grow your business, and of course give back to entrepreneurs.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Did you want to close with anything, Karthik? It's just they would contact you if they'd like to be, if anybody would like to become a charter member.
Yes, please. Yeah, I would. If you're not a charter member, or if you're interested in being a charter member, please do reach out to me. My contact information is on the slide.
Yeah.
I would strongly encourage you to take a look at TIE and what it does.
It's a lot of fun. You make a lot of great relationships and meet some wonderful people. I will attest to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. And TIE is actually a facilitator of this presentation, so we'd like to thank them a lot. The second we have up, and this is when we talk about detect and prevent fraud in your business, TIE is always bringing state-of-the-art technology and innovations. They talked about, Karthik spoke about investing and understanding what's happening in industries in the marketplace. And next we have is Mr. Rick Praney. I'll let Rick introduce himself and his background, but he is the CEO of Alexis Networks and has done some amazing things with his corporation. Would you, Rick, take over?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Simi. Thank you, Karthik, and to TIE. So, kind of a little bit of background about myself. So, first off, I'm a TIE New Jersey charter member. And, it's to talk about TIE, the organization, I think it's been a great and amazing, journey for me to become part of the TIE New Jersey as a charter member, working closely with some of the thought leaders and other leaders here in New Jersey, like from, for example, the Princeton Growth Accelerator, etc. And having said that, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about kind of what my background is and what I would say has been our passion behind, Alexis Networks. So for the last between 20 to 30 years, those of us who have come together here at Alexis Networks, we have been in the business of working with organizations, institutions, companies, big or small, and finding anomalies in their data and to help those companies or organizations overcome those data quality issues so that business problems or business outcomes can be achieved in a much more efficient and effective manner. And by that, I talk about things like predictive insights, right? So one of the biggest reasons why organizations are looking to get their data together or do things with data is so that predictive insights can be delivered. What if I put my sales and marketing data together? What if I were to put some operational data together with that? What if I also overlay my contractual data? What if I overlay all of the data that I have in my organization? And if I am interested in finding what the data can tell me, specifically, I want to know prediction, what things might look like, which customers am I likely to retain, am I likely to lose? The first and foremost problem that needs to be solved with that is to find and eliminate the anomalies that exist in the data. Back in the days, this problem used to be what's called data governance or data quality, right? Everyone knows that 90% of data quality initiatives in companies fail, right? So this is a statistically known fact, right? It used to be said that if you build it, they'll come, they'll use it. That never worked out for anyone, right? So from there comes to the point where we are today, where we are offering this solution to companies and organizations in US primarily right now. Our focus is US, but obviously across the world for that matter, to help companies take advantage of the advancements in software technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning to be able to successfully find eliminate those data anomalies so that when the predictive analytics is run on that data, it is that much more accurate. Okay.
Is this okay for?
Thank you. So having said that, so I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about maybe a picture on a slide, what it looks like, how it works. First and foremost, as you can see on the left, we have the ability for us to stream data pretty much from any source or any platform. We are showing some of the commonly known data platforms or data sources out there, such as Snowflake or Azure or AWS, etc. Or some of the things that might be on-prem, whether it's Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle. The point here is that the operational data that exists in organizations or companies exists in many different places. And in order for us to be able to provide the solution out of the box, a software solution to companies, we have an ability for us to be able to stream that data in real time from those platforms and create what's called an Alexis graph. It's basically a graphical representation of the data that exists that you have or what company would have in their operational data sets, multiple operational data sets, and creates a visualization of what the data look actually means without any human intervention, without requirement of a data science function. And I'll talk more about that in a bit. And then at the end, a visual outcome, a visual platform where business users or business analysts can look at the data, and we call that the Alexis lens. So we have a few different sort of software component solutions that we have. One is the Alexis Stream for streaming. We have the Alexis Graph that we have right now. Next year, we are planning to offer Alexis Graph with a developer framework to allow for developers in any company for that matter to be able to work with the Alexis Graph to create their own machine learning models and do things with this data framework that we provide. And then there's the Alexis Lens, which is the visualization or platform where the anomalies and other insights have been derived from the data that the business analyst can play with, almost like an embedded visual platform that we call the Alexis Lens. Next slide.
I'm trying. There we go.
So
industry agnostic, right?
Yeah. So the biggest thing that we do here is data has no I would say has no name to it, right? And data really has no color to it. And the talking of color, right? So before I explain this slide, let me try and paint a picture of by taking an analogy. Okay. How many colors do we have in this universe? Anyone want to take a guess? Yeah, about 3 trillion, maybe more. It's in trillions, many trillions of colors, right? Mm-hmm. How would you describe any color that exists in the universe? You essentially need 3 basic colors, right? RGB, red, green, and blue. We just need 3 basic colors to describe any color that exists in the universe. Now, we happen to know the answer to this problem today, right? Because we learned it in school, in science. It's RGB. But what if you did not know the answer? And I just give you the universe of 2.6 or 3 trillion colors that exist in the universe. And I pose a question to you that is there a system out there that can just look at all the colors today that exist and come up with an answer that the way to describe any color in the universe is using RGB? And what I'm telling you is such a system does not exist, right? It does not exist because machine learning, as wonderful as it is, in the way everyone else is using and the way every other solution is being offered today, is a dot on this slide, right? Someone does something with visualization. Someone has a solution that is perfect at forecasting or predictions or doing something with game AI or fraud detection, like this microscopic solution that have been built by every other solution provider out there. By virtue of that, in order for you to use a solution, right, anyone to use any of these solutions, you must have a very specific use case and know precisely which dot you're trying to hit and go find that solution that is going to align with your business problem. We have differentiated, Alexis Networks has differentiated itself from everyone else. We are not microscopic in nature. We are looking at the macro picture. Our goal is to overcome the barrier where all the data scientists, all the good data scientists are getting hired by Google or by Facebook or Amazon, right? The short answer is not every company out there is able to successfully find a good data scientist. Furthermore, a data scientist has to be an expert in an industry for that person to really understand the data, to do modeling with that data in order to then use a machine learning solution. What Alexis Networks is all about is to overcome that and say that we are using what's called unsupervised learning. And by what that means is there is no need to have a data science function leading up to the effort of doing machine learning. This is absolutely game changing because there's no one else who's doing this in the world today. On top of that, we have piggybacked our own proprietary semi-reinforced learning model that then allows us to be able to provide this solution in a box where you just throw your data, right? Going back to the 2.6 trillion colors, throw your data at the system, Alexis, and it will tell you exactly how to understand the data. Because once the data has been understood by the system, then any question that you may have about the data, tell me prediction on this, tell me the most meaningful features, tell me the most meaningful valuable dimensions in my data, right? Or tell me where my data anomalies lie. Any of those questions can be answered. We, generally speaking, in the world of anomaly detection, there are two kinds of metrics people look at: accuracy and precision. Simplistic formulae. I mean, if you talk to an actual PhD in computer science, that person is probably going to have a much better definition of these things. Mm-hmm. The point here is that our solution offers accuracy and precision that is at par or better than anything else that is offered in the industry, without any human intervention leading to the effort of being able to model the data. Now, just to recap the differentiation, the way we provide this is everyone else in the market, the way they do this right now is you have to prepare the data, and after you prepare the data, you have to do feature extraction, train the model, and then you have to iterate through this process multiple times. A lot of manual effort required from A, B, C, D to eventually get to a model that is solving a specific use case, a specific problem that you may have. Okay, if you click the mouse again, just click it, maybe, or enter or something. Yeah. Yeah. So the way we do it is a little different. All right. If you see, we don't have so much of manual work with Alexis. It's all data driven. It's truly data driven. Give your data to the Alexis system. It will automatically classify, identify the anomalies by creating a graph, an intelligent graph behind the scene, which then helps anyone else work with that, identify anomalies, do prediction, or anything for that matter, and allows for what's called this feedback loop to optimize the precision, right? And at the same time, we provide BI integration and API integration, and do all of this while we are able to provide our solution that is extremely high in terms of the accuracy and the precision, at least at par or better than anything else out in the market. Right. So, and the key point here is any of the solution that's out there generally requires people to invest a lot of effort, time and effort upfront, which is what you see as an example when you talk about our CMS case study, is we were able to identify anomalies, fraud, specifically fraud, $15 billion worth of fraud in CMS data, in $400 billion of CMS data, part B. Okay, B as in beta, part B claims data, 1.2 billion claims transactions worth $400 billion. We found $15 billion of fraud in that data in less than 3 weeks.
Amazing.
Right? That's the power of our system. Anyone else out there, you look at any other solution out there, it takes 6 to 9 months. And if I may say it in a probably the most non-offensive manner, the time it takes to deliver a human baby, right? But my point is, it doesn't have to take that long. Right, because there's a better, smarter solution out there, which is Alexis. And just to give an example, the kind of fraud we found here is, like, for example, a physical therapist billing as a radiologist or as a neurological surgeon, etc. And it could be an error, it could be an omission, could be anything. But at the end of the day, these are all classified as anomalies. The actual dollar value of the anomalies is much higher. is higher than close to 5%. The actual fraud in the system was around between 3 to 4% of the fraud in that. The $15 billion is still a lot of money out of $400 billion.
Absolutely. Yeah. Amazing.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, I just wanted to wrap up by saying that, we do offer, I think the way we say, we do offer a 90-day trial, a free onboarding package to anyone who is interested in using our system right now. We
Mhm.
recognize that COVID is a very challenging and a difficult proposition that has hit all the businesses. At the same time, COVID has created this opportunity where businesses, organizations really need to look at and take advantage of this time that we have right now, this momentous time that we have right now, to look at where optimization needs to happen, figure out where things are going wrong today because of the change in the form, the transactions and the data values and what's happening in your system right now. And that's one of the places where we are helping and looking forward to working with organizations and companies and institutions to help them be better.
That's wonderful. So Rick, for this 90-day assessment and going and understand about companies, they just contact you as well, or would you like them to contact one of your salespeople? Is it okay because of TIE if they go directly to you?
Yeah, they can. Yes, absolutely. I can send the information. I mean, they can contact us at sales@alexisnetworks.com or info@alexisnetworks.com. Any of those things is okay.
Okay, and the contact information is on the last slide as well. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much. That was really enlightening. It's a lot of education, a lot of understanding what anomaly detection is probably for some of us, understanding what the opportunity is in the marketplace, how our data actually has so much information that we're not capitalizing on. So, and especially your case study with CMS, I mean, that is just profound. So really appreciate the information and knowledge. And from there, we're going to segue to Ms. Molly Chan, who's actually JD, who's an attorney. And Molly is an incredible, she's the CEO of, as I mentioned, Alliance Payment Solution. And Molly, I'll let you do a little bit about your bio, if that's okay, because I would be here forever if I started talking about you.
Oh, sure. Some of it more interesting than others, but thank you so much for having me on this panel. It truly is an honor. And like Simi said, my name is Molly Chan. I own Alliance Payment Solutions and a company called Remittance Processing Services, or RPS. And we are in the business of lockbox. But one of the, what was really interesting to my leadership team and I, when we met, were introduced to Rick, was how Alexis could benefit our clients. So what we do, what Lockbox does, is people outsource their receivables to us. And when they outsource their receivables to us, what they want is their data and they want their money in a much more time and money efficient way than if they could do it themselves. Because it's proven that by outsourcing receivables to Lockbox, you actually speed up the time that your money gets into the bank by at least 1 to 2 days at a minimum, versus if you were to get your payments by yourself. So really people use us to deposit their money much more efficiently than they can. But they also want from us their data. And we have very sophisticated software that can capture data for them and give it back to them. And as a company, we made the decision in our mission is to help all our clients meet their business goals, whatever those business goals may be. And when we do that, then we're meeting our business goal. So by introducing our clients to a company like Alexis is going to be very beneficial for my clients, because we give them data, and so we're interested to work further with you, Rick and Alexis. So thank you for having me on this.
I jumped ahead a little bit because you were talking about lockboxes, so sorry, and then you started talking about clients. So you want to talk about your audiences on this next slide here? That would be great.
I seriously, my team tells me I have squirrel disorders, so I don't.
I just want to make sure I'm being consistent with the slide, so apologies.
You should probably just keep it on one and leave it.
Okay.
Because I'll be all over the place.
Okay.
So that's what we do is lockbacks. So despite the growth of electronic payments or ACH payments or credit card payments, it really is proven that business to business or B2B checks are still very much prevalent in the business world. And so we help our clients by taking in their receivables. We do credit card, ACH, and check payment processing. And then we give it back to them with the information that they need, and then we electronically deposit their checks. So we really, any client that gets receivables should be interested in lockbacks. What we found after COVID hit is that nobody was prepared for this. There's no way you could have prepared for what we just went through.
And you're an essential service, right? During
yes,
COVID.
we're an essential service, didn't miss a beat.
Mm-hmm.
My clients did not miss a deposit at all. And so our business has actually grown with COVID because businesses are seeing the benefits of outsourcing receivables so their cash isn't sitting in a PO box or sitting in an office where a remote worker can't get to it. And then so our highest growing industries are really right now medical, property management, not-for-profit, our fastest growing industries. But really we can help anyone who accepts a receivable. The reason why, we can move to the next slide, for fraud purposes, why lockbacks helps reduce fraud is for there's many reasons, but a few main ones. So send me the next slide, please. So an outsourced lockbox solution contains built-in secure processing. So when you have a payment going into your office and you have one or two people that take in that payment, they initiate the payment, they accept the payment, and then they process the payment, and then they manually enter it into the accounts receivable software or the software system. There is a proven rise in fraud. So in an outsourced lockbox solution, our software purposely separates out duties so that the same person who keys it the first time or accepts it the first time isn't going to be the second person who does it or the third. So segregation of duties really decreases the potential of internal check fraud. So most businesses, however, unless you're a Sam's Club or an Apple, don't really have the resources, even the employee resources, because right now, we're all fighting for employees, I feel like. They don't have the resources to segregate out duties. So one person may be taking the check from the beginning all the way to the end. And when that happens, you have just increased your chance of fraud. So outsourcing to a lockbox eliminates that. We also have internal controls that most companies may not have when it comes to payment processing. So we are audited. We love auditors, if there's any auditor on here. We are audited yearly. And every year we have to test for the auditors our internal controls formally. We test them pretty much daily for fraud prevention and detection. But so we have to have internal controls in place that actually help decrease fraud for our clients. So we have everything from safes to lockboxes to admin rights to cameras on every single processor that are monitored. These are all things, internal controls that some companies don't have the capital resources to put into. Not to mention, they don't have enough employees to segregate the duties. So by outsourcing to lockbox, you also, you can rely on my internal controls, which I do turn over to all our clients. So everyone has access to our SAC reports and our audit reports. So that, and if a company were to try and implement the internal controls that we have in place, it's going to be very expensive to do that. So because, you know, we like to say, you didn't get into the business of lockbacks. You got into the business of X. You know, we got into the business of lockbacks. So this is my budget. This is what we budget for. So we actually can make our clients help fight fraud for them and decrease costs that help fight fraud as well by outsourcing their receivables. But I think the biggest thing that our clients find once they outsource the receivables, because I mean, no employer likes to think or talk about fraud. So one of the other things the biggest things that I feel like lockbacks, by outsourcing to lockbacks, besides fraud, is that you redeploy your staff to the higher value tasks. So you redeploy staff to purpose your mission. You know, if it's a property management or if it's a homeless not-for-profit, you know, their mission is to help people. It's not to process payments. And so, you know, you can redeploy your staff to actually purpose your mission and let us help you with your payments. And lastly, our software. Another great thing, besides lockbacks accelerating the time that it takes to get into the bank, the built-in secure controls, the segregation of duties, is the software. What we're able to give you today is a crazy amount of great information that that businesses require to, you know, even just maintain their accounts receivable, to know, you know, who paid and who didn't, but also to track certain standards or certain gosh, I lost the word, but you know, facets of their business. So that's what we do, and we're interested in creating a partnership with Alexis and helping all these clients.
Yeah. And Molly, and I know this, I'm not sure if I heard it, if you wouldn't mind sharing. So you mentioned COVID, but you've been in business for a long time, correct? And a number of clients, if I'm not mistaken.
We have. So altogether, between the company that we started and then my acquisitions, we've been in business for over 20 years. And we have over 300 clients, and we have over 30 banks that resell our services. So really, there is no payment that we have not processed. We have pretty much processed it all. So we're experts in that arena. So we're very grateful, and you know, we're growing.
And does it matter nationally where a client is? I think with Rick as well, I don't know, it doesn't matter locally where they're located, correct?
I think it's become even more so post-COVID. The new normal, as it said, right? So
it doesn't matter where.
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Molly, for you as well, right? Because they can mail it to lockback. Okay.
So in lockbacks, though, there are some businesses where regionality is important. So, for example, we process for municipalities, and they want to keep, you know, their tax payments local, more local.
Okay. So municipalities. Okay.
Right.
So what are can you just say again, what are the areas that you have that regional presence? You mentioned.
So, are in Michigan. We are down the Midwest and on the East Coast. And then we are actually, I was just saying, we're opening in the lovely state of Florida on October 6th. Yeah. And then we are also looking right now in New York. So we're looking for some property there.
Wonderful. So if anyone has property, reach out to Molly.
Yes, please do. Oh,
Excellent. Who said we do? I heard somebody. Okay, so we'll take it to the next slide.
my contact information. We'd love to talk to you.
Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to unmute everyone now. If there's any questions. A lot of people have self-muted. Wow. Is there any questions for Molly, Rick, or Karthik?
Molly, this is Suhas. What size companies are usually your clients?
Well, so we actually, there really is no sweet spot on size. Because, for example, like we have a lawyer who receives only 14 checks a month, but he travels a lot. And so that the check sitting in a PO box or sitting on his desk doesn't do really good, it doesn't really do him any service. So, he's really small. And then we have, utilities that are millions of payments. We are very diligent, though, that we're not going to sell you anything that is not going to make your life better. And so if after a conversation, we can make you more efficient, or, offer remote capture, or, some solutions we'll let you know. So really there is no sweet spot on the size. It's there's more factors to take into consideration, like, do you have the employees to process payments? For example, over COVID, so many businesses were deemed non-essential. I'll use the state of Michigan as an example, where we have a processing site, and the governor there deemed very few businesses as essential, and even doctors' offices that were not allowed to do elective surgeries. And so they were not allowed to have any staff in their office, but they're still getting the EOBs in the mail, they're still getting insurance checks, they're still getting requests. So, we got creative, and we even started just imaging mail for our clients and putting all the, Blue Cross and EOBs into Mary's bucket on a secure web portal, so they could do their work from home without having to go into the office. So really, it just depends on your business needs, your goals, and your wants. And after we have a discussion, we can better be able to say, I think we can help you. But really, truly, unless I can make your life easier, that's what we're in the business of.
So is your pricing based on number of endpoints and number of dollar payments one expects, combination sum?
Right, no, it's based on number of transactions that
Okay.
come to our office. So we chose to do very simple pricing compared to some of our competitors, because let's be honest, at the end of the day, there's only so many ways that a machine can open an envelope and scan an envelope and image that. So the difference comes in to the complexity of the software, and it comes into how we customize and pricing. And so we have very simple pricing where we just base it on transactions. So if you only have 5 transactions, you only pay for 5 transactions that month and your monthly maintenance fee. If the next month you have 10,000 transactions, you only pay for 10,000. You pay for the 10,000 and your monthly maintenance fee. We don't have a monthly minimum.
Okay, thank you for that, Suhas. Anybody else have a question for Rick or Karthik or Molly? You have a very shy group this evening.
Rick, I'd like to introduce you to another charter members of ours. He's in health space also. So I'll do that off the records. Maybe you two can figure it out how you can help each other.
Absolutely, and would like that. Thank you. We are here to help companies, help organizations, institutions. So thank you.
And Suhas, you've been instrumental with our TIE chapter as well, correct, Karthik? In helping elevate it, because I remember I first met with you and Sarah So
Yes, of course. Suhas was instrumental in getting a chapter to the next level. He is the driving force behind TYE. So big kudos to Suhas for making that program successful.
It's a team effort, guys, and we need all the help from whoever is on the call. If you have kids going to high school, please reach out to Karthik or Kamlesh. We have an excellent program. We had a maiden progress last year, and we had a team which almost came into the finals. So
excellent.
if you have any kids in the high school arena, please reach out to us. And then, as Karthik said, we also have TIE Florida Angels Network. We have invested since last year, April, $600,000 in probably 6 to 7 companies. So
That's fabulous to know. I have 2. I'm going to send your way.
okay.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, with that, we're going to give everybody about 9 minutes back of their evening. And I wanted to thank everybody on the call, but specifically Karthik, Molly, and Rick for your time this evening and educating all of us and sharing what you do in your business and how we can make our businesses better.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Simi.
Timmy, for putting this together.
My pleasure.
Wonderful.
Thanks, Simi.
Thanks, Suhas. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.